As I spoke about briefly last night, the Chacham asked the question, Maha Eidos, Chukim, Mishpatim, Asher Tziva, Hashem Eschem, what are these laws, all these different formulas and details of laws which Hashem had commanded you? And we respond with a basic response of Ein Maftirin Achar HaPesach Afikomen, that we don't have any dessert after the Pesach, or today's day and age after the Afikomen. And the question which Rav Kook addresses, and Rav Kook asks, is what's bothering the Chacham is the details. Maha'edos ve'achukim, amishpatim, that the different laws, all of the intricate details in which we serve Hashem, why would it not just be enough to serve God in a more generic, fundamental type of way? Why do we have to be so careful in all of the details and minutiae of halacha? That seems to be what bothers the Chacham, is the great detail, not what is the general service, as that's what bothers the Rasha, but the great detail in which we go into in serving God. Why is that all necessary? The Chacham wants to know. And the response is that we don't have dessert after the Afikomen. It asks Rav Kook, what does that have to do with his question? Why not go into all the details then? Why not give a more fundamental question? What are we conveying to the Chacham in his question about the details by responding that we don't have dessert after the Afikomen? And Rav Kook explains an unbelievable idea. Explains Rav Kook that when doing mitzvos, what makes the lasting impression on that person, what really shows and increases our love to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is when we take the details seriously, when every aspect of our lives is revolving around halacha and mitzvos. It's not enough to simply have belief and faith in God and then go through the day as I want, but we have to follow his details, because the more we focus on it, the more detailed it becomes, the more it becomes a focus of our day-to-day life, of our constant life, and the more of an impression that mitzvah has upon us. Imagine if we just kept Pesach and we commemorated leaving Egypt, but we didn't go through all the preparation of cleaning for Pesach, of having a Seder, of staying up late, of eating the matzah, of eating the maror, because we need to have the details. The details are what convey the love, and the details are what ingrain the love within us. Explains Rav Kook. When it comes to that Afikomen, when it comes to the matzah, so that's the very last thing we do. We don't have anything else because we want that impression of matzah to remain on us throughout the night, that we don't do anything. We don't want to get rid of that taste. We want to keep that taste with us. And therefore, we don't have anything. We don't have anything afterwards because we want to maintain that taste, that lasting impression upon us. That, he says, is one detail of the mitzvah which etches the impression upon us for long term. And so too, the details of every mitzvah that we do, the more detail we want to maintain that lasting impression. So when the Chacham asks why all of these details, we tell him because those details are what keep the lasting impression going. They're what causes the love for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They're what connect us to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and we wouldn't trade that for the world. And therefore, we tell the Chacham, yes, every one of those details is necessary. And Ein Maftir Achar Pesach Afikomen is the perfect answer. Because just like the matzah and the Afikomen, we don't have anything after because we want that lasting impression, so too, all of the details. The answer to your question about the details can be illustrated in one example of the lasting impression of the Afikomen and all of the mitzvahs. Have an incredible day.